Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today is Tracy Reed Designs YouTube hop for her new Christmas Make It Merry collection. And for my project today, we are going to work on a couple of foundation pages for my December daily. And so I have done some prep work, and then I'm going to show you here in real time that's basically the bases of each one of my pages. And then I'm going to go ahead and off camera glue it all down, and then we're going to come back and embellish them. So we'll start with this first one. So I used some dies, and I die cut this sort of film strip. So I am going to back this with a piece of white cardstock. I'm not going to tack it down completely because my plan is I want to maybe have journaling down or spots for 2 photos, and then I think the center is going to be, we're going to put embellishments. So I think I'll have 2 photos and then embellishment in the center, and then with a die that makes a pocket, I cut the bottom so that these will basically slot in. So here's this is my base page. So this is one of the pattern papers, and I am going to frame it out, or I'm going to kind of place this paper in the background, and then I'm going to place this on the page, and then this will be a place to do journaling. So this will go like this, give or take. Obviously, once I get this glued down, since it's going to move completely around constantly until that happens. And then this here will go like this, and I'm okay if it sticks out the top, that's fine. And so it'll go like that. So this will be white in the background with 2 spots that'll stay. I won't glue it on all 4 sides, so I can fit a photo in behind, and then this center one will be decorated with some embellishments, and then I'll probably put something on the little pocket. And then these are for my album, for the page holes, or to where I'll punch the holes. So this will actually get secured here on the edge. It's about 1/2 inch. And then I will poke holes, or I'll punch holes, I should say, here and here. And I just created that on my silhouette. I have that little file so that I don't have to poke holes in my paper. I can use these, and then 2 of these, so whatever goes on the other side of this, they'll be, which will be actually this page here, these will get glued together. So the holes will be punched, so it makes them nice and sturdy. I just used old pattern paper for the white cardstock on the back, because they're going to get backed between multiple layers. So that is going to be page 1, or one of my pages, I should say. So this is how it is going to kind of come together. And this the blue, depending on how this goes, might go on top or below my little, probably on top of my little white tab. And then this is just going to be really simple, just because I want it to finish off at least one of the back sides of my foundation pages. So this is another foundation page. Again, it'll have one of those on, obviously on this side. So this side, and then, because this will actually be on the back. So that's the other thing when you're doing this, you got to think about how this is going to go. So it's going to go, it'll be like this in my album. So I'll have the tabby bit here, if that makes sense. And then we're going to come back and add some embellishment to this page. But I just wanted something simple and clean on one side. And unless I change it, maybe I'll make this the front, that the back. I'm not really sure, but either way, we're going to create, I'm just going to glue this on here to start and glue these pieces together. So that'll be 1. Second, I have same concept. So these are just 3. These are actually from, I want to say these are from the Traveler's Notebook papers, but I just made them smaller, and then this is the same. And I had another die that had these little pockets. So there's 3 pockets. So I'm not sure if this will have a pattern paper in the background yet. I don't think it will, just because of how these are going to flow, but these will end up slotting in here. I'm thinking something like this with the blue in the center, and maybe that one up there. And then my plan is to decorate this one. This will be for journaling, and then this will probably hold a photo in the end or something along that line. And then these actually are little pieces that kind of go here. You won't see most of this, but when you take them out, they'll all be decorated with the little florals. And then again, I have my page. I haven't decided what's going to go on the back side of this, so I haven't. So this one's just going to be a front side. And then the third one is a tag. So I have my tags that I have gone ahead and cut. So I have 2 tags. I have my reinforcers, so those will get, so these will actually get glued together, because this is gonna be, you know, gonna go like this in my album. So these will get glued on front and back, so they'll be together. So on this front side where the plaid is, and I'm going to do this off camera because this is definitely going to take me a minute for sure, but this will get stuck here. Obviously this will get cut down because the tag is not the size of those pages, so this will get, I just need to measure it in my book, but I'll end up gluing this sort of on the edge like that. And then this is going to be my candy cane, and this is a stitching candy cane. So for the green leaves, I'm going to stitch in my green. For all the pink areas, I'm going to stitch my pink, and those go over top of some of these. And then everywhere else will be my white. And it's just, I'm just going to use a simple sort of back stitch. And then this is the little holly, and I did cut 3 little circles for the inside of the berries here like this. So basically this will all get stitched with those colors, and then I'll have a holly that'll come out something like that. And so this will get placed on my page. On one side will be this, and I'll probably add a little bit of something from the ephemera and stickers from this collection, and I'll obviously put something in the holes at the top. So yeah, so this will go like this basically. I can't remember where that one goes. There, I think. There, and I can't remember how these go. That one goes there, and that one goes there. So that's going to get stitched. I'm not going to do that on camera, but you'll see it when I come back. But essentially it is going to go right there, and it's going to be stitched in those colors. And then the back side of this is going to be a little flip. So this will have the deck the halls. I will flip it this way. I'll have, I'll probably just cut a little bit of white because obviously I don't have photos. So I'll have some white there, probably add, obviously this will get embellished, but this will be a little flip so that I can put a photo possibly of, well, I'm thinking decorations of some sort, as well as when I'm doing these pages, I need to figure out where my numbers are going to go as well. So those will be the pieces that we add after these bases are put together. So I'm going to go put these bases all together, and then we will speed the video up, and I'll do a voiceover for just the decorating of these 3, technically 4, foundation pages for my album. Okay, we are back, and I have glued all of my pieces together. We're going to start with the tag, and you can see I did end up taking the tab or the little tab where I put my holes. I did end up gluing that between the pieces so that the white isn't overlapping on the tag itself. And you can see I have stitched that candy cane. I absolutely love how it turned out. And then for this one, I kept it really simple. I just took some florals. Those florals are from the digital kit. And then I have the title of Holly Jolly. This one is really just a decorative page, or this side of the tag, I should say, is just decorative. I like having a few decorative, just pretty pages in my albums. And so that is definitely what this is going to be. I don't think I do it on camera, or I show it on camera, but I do, and you'll see it in the still photos at the end, I do cut some, it's not ribbon, it's kind of like twine, but it's a fluffy white with a gold thread through it, kind of yarn, I want to say, to put through the holes at the top of my tag. So now that that front side is done, I am working on the other side, and I did decide that this was potentially going to be day 2. The good thing about all of my tags with the numbers, those I do not end up tacking them down completely. I just lightly tack them. And in this case, this gets tied on with the yarn. And so if I end up changing this to not be day 2, I can move it and replace the number. But for right now, we're going with this being number 2. And then I just have these stars that are from, I believe these are from the digital. And then I have a tree, which is from the digital kit, as well as some presents. These are all cut from the digital. And I am going to have a few of them cover the Deck the Halls card, which will help open and close the flap, and then underneath will just be a photo or journaling, whichever I decide. And that is pretty simple for that tag. I kept it pretty simple because, again, I don't yet know what's going to truly end up on the pages, so I don't want to make it so that everything is stuck. If I want to change it slightly, I can, especially the numbers. The decorations themselves won't change, but for this next one, I am primarily using the florals. These are all from the sticker sheet. Lots of these beautiful clusters. I love these florals. And then I do have a couple of florals from the digital. So I'm doing a combination. And when I go to glue these down, I will sort of bend the edges of these florals up to give it just a bit more texture. I did add a little title piece at the bottom where my 19 is. I think it's like Holly Jolly Vibes, I think is what it says. And then I just have a floral and then another floral up in the corner. That Seasons of Joy, I'm leaving it as is. That will ultimately have probably a photo, excuse me, on it. And then the blue card in behind also is left as is, because that one will probably be where if I add journaling, it will go there. Or vice versa, I might do journaling on the Seasons of Joy and photo on the blue card. Not quite sure. Again, everything's fluid because I don't have photos obviously at this point, so I like to give myself options for sure, but I like adding all these beautiful embellishments to my pages. I did, if you notice, add a white cardstock to that background. The diagonal stripe was a bit much without having some sort of white to just kind of balance it. Next up for this one, we have that film strip that I told you I was going to back in white. I did. It's lightly tacked, so I can add photos. Or if I don't photos, I will add some journaling to one of them. It's hard to say. But in that center one, I have decorated it with all of these really fun presents. Those are all from the digital kit, I do believe. And then I chose the number 16 for this particular day. I also grabbed the celebrate word from the sticker sheet, and I had one of the like half circles as well. And that was pretty simple for that page. Kept it nice and easy. Same goes for this one. I am just going to decorate with these beautiful florals. I can't get enough of the florals. I think for this collection, I will be embracing all of the florals. There'll be flowers on almost every page if I have it my way. Because I absolutely love, I love the colors in this collection as well as the florals. They're awesome. I love the clusters. They turned out really beautiful. And so I'm just kind of laying these out, working on just making sure I have a good mixture of the colors around, adding a few of these little smaller flowers. And that is going to do it for that page. So I glued everything down off camera. Here are the still photos. You can see that yarn that I placed in the top of my tag. Don't forget to hit the description box below. Go hop along for the YouTube hop, see the amazing creations that everyone has created with this. Go check out Tracy's shop, grab this beautiful collection while it's on sale. It's a great one. And with that, guys, we're going to call this one done. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.